Tech took a kickoff back for a touchdown. It proved to be the winning score. And here is Wilson as we're underway from Atlanta. And Wilson with around the football all night. Wilson has his first carry, and Wilson is hit in the backfield, and he'll lose. Thomas, again, pressure 33 on 3rd and 13, back to the ground, and Wilson, this time Wilson gets positive yardage, might have picked up 3. Wilson, hit hard, and David Wilson bobbles it. Sometimes this is dangerous. This is not one of those times trying to change things up for the Hokies. David Wilson, and David has not found much. Wilson is at the bottom of the screen and now coming in motion. Jet sweep. David Wilson takes a big hit.
90-yard kick return for a touchdown in this game last year. You see Craig, he puts his foot in the ground, gets north-south. It's like a rock.
They're trying it again.
Logan Thomas. Logan's going to pull it down, and then right. Logan turned to the right, and Oglesby went left, but at least he found somebody to hit. David Wilson. Wilson's best run of the night. He breaks a couple of tackles.
Awkward body bending because his athleticism off the charts.
It's the power with the spin, too. Did you see he spun going north? He got right into it. Very few runners can do that. When they spin with power, and you can. They're very physical.
Wilson, right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down in the FCS. Georgia Southern, that's Paul Johnson's old school, is David Wilson. Great speed.
You watch him come up in there. He gets to the spot in the alley and misses a tackle. You got to go through the legs of David Wilson.
It's all part of run fitting.
Wilson again. Gets away from Metalchu. Wilson turns the corner. And all right, Wendy, David Wilson breaking into the Georgia Tech set.
It's a combination of speed and power. Virginia Tech making the majority of their yardage in this game outside, but you see David Wilson, ability
in this ball game.
Back to Wilson. David has a big hole. Wilson driving down. 10 yards.
That was this defense's focus all this week, was making and taking the proper angles to tackling.
Receiving is not working.
Thomas. Oh, threw it behind Wilson.
Has Wilson out there and got lazy with his body. See that? Look, see how open he was there, Jesse?
I think this is a ball for the personal foul. Second personal foul of the second half as David Wilson is hit for a loss of the Coles. Made big plays tonight. Wilson. It's absolutely nothing. Quayshawn Neely.
Lose it. It's like losing 50 yards.
These teams are battling right now, both understanding what's at stake in this game tonight. Every inch, every possession, every mistake
here for Logan Thomas.
Thomas pitched it. It was a low pitch to David Wilson. Wilson scooped it up. Very fort. Back to the ground to Wilson. Now David finds a little running room. Ball's on the ground. Georgia Tech has it.
Against Clemson. It's a very opportunistic group. You see that? You got to pay attention to where the ball or the defenders are around you.
Wilson looking for a little space and getting a hand in there and knocking it free was Julian Burnett. David Wilson. Wilson running backwards and too far backwards.
Yards deep by the tailback. And David Wilson so far back there. Look at that green pasture. By the time he gets there, that allows that defense to come across and really take good angles to you.
Sometimes
Wilson carries the ball, and now Wilson hit the backfield, but he's still on his feet. David Wilson. A Talchu to the others.
The bad, he just lost his composure.
David Wilson. Wilson. Gonna lose the field if he can stay on his feet. Wilson inside the 25.
All right, now from the I formation, the depth is there. Watch the blocking. Both your guards are pulling and outside. Wilson, a very patient runner, knowing that if he can get a crease with his speed, he's gone.
You cannot take a play off against Virginia Tech offensively because of David Wilson. The last 4 running plays, Georgia Tech had gotten penetration into the backfield and almost forced a negative play. Couple mental mistakes.
Turnover in this area of the field earlier in the second half. Thomas, pitch to Wilson. Retained well.
David Wilson back in the game.
Speaking of guys who go fast, Wilson. Hit the back.
Thomas.
Georgia Tech jumped into the neutral zone. David Wilson jumps into the secondary. Wilson still on his feet and inside the.
Things cannot do. Watch the wiggle right here by David Wilson. His ability to make a player in the second level miss right here.
And
pick up your ACL. It's on the ground.
I like the offensive line. Watch that offensive line. It's a zone stretch blocking. They all latched on to a Georgia Tech defender and just pushed him.
Mo is a career high. He's got it again. Inside the 10.
Fast. He's breaking tackles, the yards after touch.
Wilson, he's a flying yellow jacket background this time.
Is starting to sell out because they understand how drastic this point of the game is right here, going Superman up over top. Remember, the winner of this football game over the last 6 years goes and plays in the ACC championship game. Do you think Georgia Tech realizes that right now?